Hey, so I just wanted to go quickly over Cora SEO software. So this is the official website. There's a bunch of videos you can watch here. Cora 4 now actually is a suite of SEO tools. So, it's the main tool plus a whole bunch of other tools now. So I guess the main thing is Cora measures over 540 on-page and off-page factors, and it puts it into Excel, and then it does it for your specific keyword, and it looks at the top 100 results. So Cora is actually been produced or made, I guess, by Ted Kubitis. And Ted has been in the SIA, the Search Engine Intelligence Agency, from the beginning. I joined from the beginning as well. So, we've got to see this software from when it was first made and how it's developed and grown since Ted first kind of released it. So I guess another thing to show you is that it's a monthly subscription of $250 US dollars per month. You can cancel anytime, and it's available via Windows and via Mac. So I've got it running here on my Mac, currently using version Cora 4.3. So basically, you get a bunch of choices. You get desktop or mobile. You choose your country, and it's got pretty much every country in the world. Then you choose your language, and it's got all the different languages as well. You put your search term in there, and then you click search, and it will go out and it will do the search. What you do is you put your domain in here. And if it finds your domain for this search term, it'll pick it up and it'll say it found you at 33 or wherever it finds you. So there's a bunch of different settings that you can put in. You can connect it to Ahrefs. You can change your LSI settings. You can connect it to SEMrush. You can connect it to DOM detailer. You can choose different strategies on how you want to tune or change your tuning, and then you can also say whether you want it close to a certain city. So I could put Perth in here and go, and then it would potentially change these results. I'm in Perth, so it's not changing that. And then also, if your page isn't in the top 100, you can click this page button and just put your URL in there, and it will force it into the top 100. So once you've got everything set up, you just hit this Get Data button, and then it goes through and does all its, basically it's visiting the site, extracting the full HTML of that page, and then it's going off to Ahrefs, for example, and hitting their API and seeing how many backlinks that page has, and all the different things that are available within Ahrefs and the other things it integrates with. So it runs for about 10 to 15 minutes. It depends really on your computer. I think Ted runs them in under 5 minutes, but he's got a supercomputer. So, once it's run, it will say that it's done, and then you can go in and you can get your report. So, the key kind of tab on this report is this roadmap, and this basically tells you what you need to improve. So, for this page, there's a whole bunch of stuff that needs improving. Match words for Cora are the different words that Google bolds in their search results. So, those variations. And then in Cora, search terms are your actual term that you searched. So within these factors, where it says keywords, what that's referring to is any of these different match words. So it could be any of these different words on the page. Whereas I'm just looking for, so search terms and body tag, that's your exact search term. So that's a key thing to kind of note about Cora. And then what it does is it uses two different types of statistical analysis, Spearman and Pearson's, and then it combines them together, so it gets this best of both correlation, and then it ranks the strength of correlation. So in this case, number of Facebook accounts was the highest correlating factor for our search results, and then second is keywords and p tags, and then keywords and sentences. Then it goes on and looks at the best of both by page. So that's one or the other, and what the top correlation was using either of these. So not the combined with them together, but either one, and then it shows that as well. So you can get things that correlated highly with just one that didn't correlate highly when you combine them together. So the blue is it favors a null hypothesis. It then gives a page one average, the first three results, and then it hides the rest and it gives your result. And then also what it does in here is it hides all the ones that didn't correlate. So, there's 559 factors that have been looked at here, but it's only showing the ones that actually correlated. So Cora works on, the particular strategy this one's using is practical maximum. And what that means is it's the top result in these first three results, or the page one average. So in this case, it will be 4. So the practical maximum here says 4. And this page has got 0, so it's got a deficit of 4. Keywords and p tags, the practical maximum here is 23. Page has got 25, so there's no deficit there. Then what the deficits do is they transfer over to this roadmap page there, and this roadmap is in order of the strength of correlation. So really, when you want to go through this, you want to start at the top and work your way down. And then the difference between, or the yellow highlighted ones, are usually the ones that are on-page factors that you can put in place right away. So yeah, if you want to tune the page, you just work your way down and make all these kind of changes to the page. So that's basically how Cora works and what it does. There's a bunch of new kind of tabs in Cora 4, which this basic and intermediate tunings tab is basically goes through and tells you, against every single factor what you could improve. So a lot of these factors that didn't correlate, so you wouldn't necessarily start on these basic and intermediate pages because there's a lot of stuff in here that's not correlating. So really you want to start at the roadmap and work your way down from the top down. It also gives charts. If you prefer looking at kind of visually what's happening. I don't really look at the charts very often, so I won't comment on them. And then it goes through and looks at the actual top words on the page. So, this site's used AdWords 22 times and Perth 4 times. This one hasn't used Perth at all, but it's used AdWords 23 times. And then you can go look at your page and see, okay, you've used AdWords 32 and Perth 10. And then you can look at the densities as well. Now this is, the way this measures density is more on matches. So matches are any of these match words that Google has bolded in their search results. So it's not the common industry measure of keyword density. So once again, you can look at these densities, raw and clean. So clean is the density within your body tag. So the density there is not so high in comparison. Although at 4.12, it's probably okay compared to the kind of average of the top 10. And then gives LSI as well, and this is also ordered in terms of the strength of correlation. So S search and start of Google to get. This just does the words. It doesn't look at what type of words they are. So you wouldn't necessarily go and add more words of where and only and with, but you might go through and add experts and your AdWords. Then it gives all the results and the kind of title and meta description. So yeah, that's pretty much what Cora outputs. It's very powerful software. It's gone through and done what would take you, I don't know, months and months of work to do. Crunches all the numbers in 15 minutes, and then it gives you this roadmap, which is based on statistical analysis rather than guesswork. So yeah, highly recommend Cora. I think it's one of the best SEO tools out there, and I've tried a lot of them. I've been running these Cora reports for quite a while now. I've got 90 plus 5-star reviews on Fiverr, where I started selling these. And yeah, they're just really helpful for figuring out what you're missing on your page and having a kind of, I guess, a plan to work through and to improve stuff. And not just I, but a lot of the people in the search engine intelligence agency group have seen tremendous kind of gains from implementing these suggestions by Cora.